Welcome to NepoPod, our artisanally curated network, because we all have connections. Hi, I'm Michele, and today we'll be speaking with Amelia Travers about career maps. So Amelia and I met a while ago, and we connected on Twitter over our mutual podcasting, and actually literally about her illustrated career maps. So I'm super excited to be hearing more about that today. Over to you, Amelia.
Thank you so much, Michele. It's really exciting to be on another podcast. So, as Michele said, I'm the founder and host of another podcast called Avid Research, which is a platform for sharing diverse STEM career stories. Through that, I've spoken to over 100 people now about their career journeys and have stumbled on a way to share those journeys in a different way that I would love to share with you. So the recurring problem I found is that almost everyone, even quite possibly you, feels like their career isn't quite as logical, considered, and linear, really, as it should be. There are so many twists and turns, decisions that aren't made for good strategic reasons, whether it's moving countries for romance, picking a course based on one charismatic lecturer, or the good climate of a university town. There's no shortage of changes we make to our careers that don't always make sense on a CV. Just like there are unpleasant things that happen too that we often feel the need to shamefully hide away, like leaving a job because of bullying bosses or co-workers, or just being made redundant. I wanted to share these winding stories so that a broader audience could see that twists and turns in careers are normal and really to be expected within a career, and came up with the career map as a way of visualizing your journey on one page, taking into account the good, the bad, the ugly, the serendipitous, and the things that happen outside our jobs. They can be a way of processing your own journey and then working it into a product that you can share with others. The ones that I make are slightly whimsical, they're watercoloured, but they could be anything really. I do personally feel like visual is key though. I believe the more that we own the snakes and ladders of our careers and share them with others, the more confident that we'll all feel in how we've got to where we are and how we deserve the good opportunities that do come our way. Creating your career map is a journey. It's not easy, especially if, like most of us, you've had some tough times, but it can be really powerful to see your story all on one page. It's reflective, intentional, and really good for decisions when you're at a crossroads. When you're asking questions like, why am I here? How did I get to be here? They can be a really good way of understanding where you're standing now and then working out where to go to next.
That's amazing, because it's such a great way to reflect on journeys. Like I find the same thing when I have to review my CV, and just going back through and seeing what I've done and how I've managed to come across my particular path and being able to illustrate that, I think is a great way of having a literal representation of your journey. So how would you go about creating a career map?
It's definitely a process, but for starters, you can sign up to my newsletter, which I will share a link with you, Michele. But at its core, anyone can make a career map at any time, though often it'll work better if you do it with someone who's willing to sit down and tease the information out from you. But broadly, you want to start with an interrogation of your past, pull out the primary pivot points where things changed, and then pencil them onto a curvy line on a piece of paper, and then start filling it in from there. So start with those dot points that are on your CV, and then including all the stuff that you omitted from LinkedIn to make things seem smooth.
And that's the really funny part, isn't it? Because a lot of people do hide stuff that they feel irrelevant or that might cause problems, because a lot of employers are really judgmental about the way that people's career paths go, even though realistically these days it's not going to be a straight line and people have detours. And it's only even recently now that people are finding it more acceptable to put in gaps where it came to childcare or raising a family or being a caregiver to ailing parents and stuff like that. But before then we had to not mention those or hide what we did just because being human isn't part of having a job.
And so often it's things that are outside our work that influence what we do really well at work and can shape where we head and also often give us our why, and including the things that don't make sense or don't look good traditionally, actually from a holistic human point of view, makes so much more sense. The robots that are reviewing CVs, on the other hand, do not like that.
No.
This is not art for robots.
Absolutely. Like, I'm pretty sure AI is going to fail at this part of humanity.
It's got a lot of learning to do.
It does have a lot of learning to do and so much to unlearn as well. So, where can people find out more about your career maps?
At the moment, the best place for people to go to is avidresearch.com.au and sign up to the newsletter there, and from there you'll hear all about the career maps as they unfold.
Amazing. That's so cool to know. And one more thing before we wrap up. What is something that you're super excited about at the moment?
I think I'm excited for a lot of stuff at the moment, but specifically I have just submitted some art to our local art space, and that exhibition is opening this Saturday, and I am really excited, such nervous to see some of my traditional map art being on a wall in my local town, and hopefully people responding positive. So yeah.
No, that's super exciting. I'm really looking forward to see how that goes.
Thank you.
All right, so thank you, Amelia, for sharing your career maps with us, and yeah, hope you have an amazing afternoon.
You too. Thank you so much for having me.
I hope you enjoyed meeting more of our extended network. If you'd like to support NepoPod, subscribe to the show, leave us a rating, and share this with your own circles. You can also learn more about our network and how to support us at nepopod.com. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.